Hello everyone. So today we'll be talking about media queries. So what are media queries? We need to understand that first. So media queries are a way to uh, set different style for your different viewport width. What does that mean? So we are watching this now in a computer screen, but we can also watch this website at mobile or a tab or anything. Let's go for mobile. So this is the mobile view for MDN. We can select it from here as well. iPhone SE. On an iPhone SE we would see the website like this. iPhone XR we would see the website like this. iPhone 12 Pro we would see the website like this. So they have made the website responsive. When someone's talking about a responsive website, what they mean is if the content of the website is responding to the viewport. So the viewport size is now changing here, as you can see. The size is now increasing, and now this is the desktop view. So for desktop view, if we cut this, and we can see this is the desktop view, and we can go for inspect here and then go for this to inspect and make it mobile sized. Like this is the mobile view of this MDN web doc. This is pretty good. I think they have really good responsive site. Some websites are not very responsive. Let's look at our last example of yesterday. As you can see, we have four grid. Let's just delete these out, right? We have four here, but let's go for seven. Let's say seven. And as you can see on a desktop screen, now this is a desktop screen. On a desktop screen, it is fitting somewhat okay. But if we shrink the size, as you can see, we didn't even need to shrink the size as much, but it is not responsive already. Contents are overflowing to the right side. We don't want that, of course. We don't want users to go for right side like that unless you have a very specific reason to do that. But let's see how can we make this responsive using media queries. So what are media queries? Let's have a read first. Media queries allow you to apply CSS style depending on a device's general type or other characteristics such as screen resolution or browser viewport width. So depending on the width, we should be able to, not we, our website should be able to adapt to it. So to conditionally apply styles with CSS, at media and at import at rules. Let's ignore the at import for now. Let's focus on at media. So media queries are written like this at media. Let's go for the syntax and have a look at it. So we can use media print. Media print is used for uh, printing something. If we want to print this website, we can have a preview here, and as you can see, they have set a preview here. They have set this at media print. That's why we can see this website while printing nice and clear. So this is for print only. And now there's another one, media screen. So we will be using media screen for now. Let's go ahead and do that. Media screen. We can also use media comma print, media screen comma print. That will include the screen and the print as well. So screen is for desktop and mobile and tab and stuff, and print is for print preview, which we get by using Control and P. So we should be using media query to set up this print as well if we want our website to be printed. If we don't, then it's fine, we don't need to. We should be able to use it by media screen to optimize our screen. And as you can see here, we have an overflowing issue. it is overflowing. We don't want our website to overflow like ever. Let's go ahead and use media screen. So media screen, there has to be a condition like this: max width 1250 pixel. So you need to define what pixel we want. Let's say 474 we have for now. Let's go ahead and set that media screen, and like this, max width for, let's set to max width 470, and we will target this div once again, dot grid box parent, and then we can change it here. Let's go for 2, only 2. Okay, we should have set mean width here. Okay, it's still not working for some reason. I need to check it out. Why? Is it because I'm zoomed in? I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay, the media query is not being applied yet for some reason. Dot grid box screen min width. Okay, let's experiment with the color, shall we? Let's go for, it is to just to check if the media query is being applied. Background color red, let's say. Okay, it is not working actually. I think I'm missing something here with min and max width. Is it the width? It shouldn't be, because this is the width. Okay, let me see. At media screen, let's delete the screen actually. Okay, so was it because of the screen? I'm not sure. Maybe. Okay, so when we are using screen and print, it should have to work. I'm not sure why is it not working. Okay, it is working now for some reason. We have only 2 columns, right? We can make it 3 as well. Weird, really weird stuff. Let's just delete it. So when we want to use it for all, as you can see here, media max width, they're using the syntax like this and not using print or screen for some reason, and it is working just fine now. As you can see, after below 470, we're getting 3 in each column. Let's make it 1. Yes, so this should have been fine. As you can see, we're getting only 1. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we're using media query properly here. Let's set another one. We should be able to set another one to go for the next one. Let's set next one to 670 and make 2. So after 670, it is 645 now. If we go for more, and when it hit 670, we are getting should have gotten 2. That's weird. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm not sure. should it be min width? Not really. Let me have a read first. Okay, so many media features are range features, which means they can be prefixed with min or max to express minimum condition, maximum condition. For example, CSS will apply styles only if your browser viewport width is equal to or narrower than 1250 pixel. Okay, so it is setting the max width to 1250 pixel. So max can be this, and if it goes over 1250, this style will not be applied here. What we're setting here, let's see. Let's go for max to match that. Then we should go for 870. Okay, so we are going for max with 870. So until we hit 870 here, we will be getting one repeating one, only one column. And if you haven't already, we should watch the grid video to understand what's happening here. Okay, so after that, set max width to 1270, and let's go for 3. And okay, so we are getting 3, but it is still overflowing. Okay, so we are getting 3. We will be getting 3 until it's 1270. It's not 1270 still. Let's go for 1270, and after 1270, as you can see, it's going back to the overflowing style as it has previously, and we don't want it to look like this. That's why we're doing this. Let's set a minimalistic 470 pixel. So mobile devices are usually around 375, 400. You can say 350, 340. I tend to check for until 320. So let's go ahead and do. Okay, 470 is actually fine. 470 is actually fine, but let's make it. It's 1. Why is it showing 3? Let's go with min width. It has some weird stuff going on. I don't know. It is showing 3. I think it is going for. Oh, okay. My bad. So if you set 2 media queries and there are same class targeted here, it just applies like normal CSS. So this one here is getting overwritten by this one. That's why we're getting 3 columns. I was wondering the same thing. What's going on? Why am I getting 3? Okay, so now as you can see, max width 470, meaning when we are below 470, we will be getting only one column and nothing else. Let's go for 200 pixel only. Okay, so as you can see, we are getting only one column, and as soon as we hit 470, we'll go back to the old way of overflowing a lot. Okay. So yeah, media query, we need to understand what's max width and min width doing. So max width is maximum width. So to apply this condition, we need to calculate the maximum width, which will be 470 pixel. So below for, if it is below 470 pixel, our viewport, let's go for this one. It is below 470 pixel, 375. The left one is width and the right one is height usually. So we are getting the width. As you can hover, you can hover and see this is width and this is height. Okay, so this one is width. So when we set max width to what we did here, 470 pixel, so it will be trying to keep it one, only one column, till it is 470, 456, 468, and as soon as we hit 470 we are getting the same old thing back, right? Yes, so let's go ahead and do another one, and let's go for 70, 70, and let's go for 3 here. As you can see, we're getting 3. Let's make it 2 to fit into the screen. Yes, 2 is fitting better into the screen until it is 770 pixel. Let's comment this one out. So yes, 770 pixel max width, we're getting this, and as you can see, until it is 770 pixel it will be fine. It will get 2 because we've specified here we should get 2. Let's go and hit 770 pixel, 762. So as soon as we hit 770 pixel we are getting back to our old, this one, 7. For each row we are getting 7. So let's understand this even better. So media query is just checking a condition, max width 770 pixel, and then replacing this thing here, grid template columns, as we've specified here, grid template column, repeat 2. So we're getting only 2 here, and then as soon as we hit 770 here we're going back to our old, this one, 3, repeat 3. We're getting 3 columns. Okay, okay, so we also have orientation. We can use the orientation like this, and orientation landscape. Okay, so landscape is this. So what is a landscape? Landscape is when the width is greater, I think. Let's understand this. Landscape meaning in website. Okay, so landscape is a horizontal orientation mode used to display widescreen content. Okay, okay, so when the width is greater than height we are getting landscape. We also have portrait mode. Let's go for portrait. As you can see, if we meet both conditions we're getting the portrait. Let's try and change this one. We'll not change the height and width, we'll just change it to the background color to be red. So it is now portrait selected. So landscape is when the width is greater than the height. So now the width is greater than the height, so we are in a landscape. So but we are selecting portrait here. So as soon as we go for below 854, okay, not exactly 854, but yeah, we're going to portrait mode here because the width is less than height, or close to less than height, I'm not sure. But yeah, the main concept is the width will be much larger than the height, and that is landscape, and we're targeting portrait here. So if we target the portrait here, the background color will be red. Portrait and max width 770. Let's just copy this out and try this one. Okay. Okay, so now it is working perfectly because I actually used both conditions there. So now as you can see, when it is above 8, the width, when the width is above 854, the height, so width is more than the height, we are getting the default color, which is aqua. And when we are using media query and we are getting a portrait view, so when the width is less than the height, we are getting this media query is being triggered and the background color is turning to red. You can make it green as well. So for portrait mode, we have selected the orientation to be portrait here. So for portrait mode, we are setting the background color to be green and the grid template column to be repeated 2 times. So we'll see only 2 columns here when we're in portrait mode. And what is a portrait? Portrait is when the width is less than the height. As you can see, the width is now less than height, and as soon as we hit more than 854, we're getting the landscape, and this is not being applied now. This is being ignored and this default one is being applied. So that's pretty much it about media queries. And we can also check for multiple queries like we did previously, like max width 770 pixel and orientation portrait. Let's go for landscape. I think landscape is for default and portrait is for the other one. So we can do other things as well, like we can do pretty much anything. So the media query is mainly the uh, what should I say, the condition checker to check if the what is the width. If max width is this, we should apply this. As you can see, we have made our website a bit more responsive this way. Yeah, so max width is 770 pixel and the orientation is landscape. Orientation should be portrait in this case because the width is going low as we used 770 pixel. Okay, so I hope you had no issues understanding media queries. If you didn't understand anything, please feel free to comment down below. I would be happy to help. And media queries can be checked here as well. As you can see, media max with 770 pixel and orientation portrait. We can see the whole condition in our browser. We should really utilize the Chrome dev tool properly. If we can use the Chrome grid, I mean not grid, dev tool properly, we will be a much better HTML and CSS developer, meaning the front end developer. Front end developers tend to work with HTML, CSS a lot more than the back end ones. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the media queries. Media not all. Okay, this is not for you and me. I think this is a bit advanced stuff. Let's ignore these and go back to the basics. So we can set media screen and print. If we don't use anything like this, we're selecting all by default. So we're selecting all, and as you can see, after 770 pixel, okay, why is it not working? I'm not sure. It is working fine now. I'm a bit confused actually, but yeah. Media query all, this should actually work. I've seen it previously. Let's Google it. Media query all. Oh, we're back to the same page. Let's go for another one. Yeah, I knew it. There is all. Okay. So even if we don't say all, it works as all. It is implied here automatically. And most of the time we will not be using orientation. We will just be using max width and min width. So hope you guys understood what's going on here with the media query. If you didn't or you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment sections. And most of the sites that are not using some library or frameworks will be using media query to make their site responsive, because when we are in the mobile view we need certain things, like let's say we have a heading here. Let's say really big heading, hello world classic. So in the desktop view we are getting this. Let's zoom out and see the real size. Let's add a class big heading, and we want this to be, let's target this here, big heading, font size 400 pixels, let's say. Okay, so when we go for mobile view, okay, this is not actually realistic, but let's go for something realistic. This isn't realistic either. Okay, this is a bit more realistic. But when we go to mobile view like this, now the text is too big for mobile. So what we want here is, let's go for max width, let's say 470, and we'll target the same class here and set the font size to be 40 pixels. And as you can see, until we are hitting 470 pixel in width, it's not 470 pixel yet, we are getting font size 40 pixel. Let's inspect it, Control Shift C, and as you can see the font size is 40 pixel. And as soon as we hit 470 we are getting 100 pixel. Inspect this again, as you can see it's 100 pixel. So we can control font size, we can control color. Let's go for color green. So let's say we want our text to be green in desktop, and we want our font to heading to be blue in mobile. We can do that as well. So we can add various conditions here. We can set up our print preview. We can, let's go for print preview once. Okay, so print is not set up yet, but yeah, I think you get it. If you didn't, or if you have any more questions, you can comment down below. Thank you very much, and hope to see you guys in the next video.